Welcome to Courtside, everyone, a discussion of the post-election litigation. It is day 31 after the election. We've reached a month, at least for those of us on planet Earth, which I gather excludes one of our two major political parties in America today. And back on planet Earth, President Trump continues to have the worst losing streak of all time in any field, to my knowledge: basketball, football, politics, business, whatever. His anti-Midas touch continues. It's actually really hard to lose this much. It's kind of like failing a class at Yale. You really got to try to do it. But Trump has managed to pull it off. Biden has 80 million votes in the election, more than any presidential candidate in history. And Trump's court count, one victory out of 45. 1 out of 45. And as we've talked about, that one victory, totally irrelevant. He lost some more today. He lost in Minnesota, where his folks tried to delay certification because of absentee votes. He lost in Nevada, where his folks tried to contest signature matching machines. They went for broke in that litigation. They sought a court order saying Trump had won the state. That was dismissed with prejudice today by a federal district court, meaning the trial judge said you can't even refile your claims or whatever, they're bogus. The judge said, quote, "You failed to meet your burden to provide credible and relevant evidence to substantiate any of the grounds." And they lost in Michigan. They filed an appeal in Michigan November 30th, a full week after the Michigan certification, which kind of made their court arguments irrelevant. And that's exactly what the judges wrote today. Quote, "Perhaps the reason for the Trump folks failing to discuss the impact of the certification is because such action by the Michigan Board of Canvassers clearly rendered plaintiffs' claims for relief moot." But Team Kracken is undaunted. Giuliani, Sidney Powell, all these folks are just filing more cases. And by the way, in what world is it that Rudy Giuliani is the sane one on the legal team? I mean, he's by relatively non-crazy one. But even he and his folks, they filed in Wisconsin trying to re-examine the votes in Milwaukee and Dane counties. Milwaukee and Dane counties, you know where those people live. And they emergency filed in the Pennsylvania Supreme Court because of their emergency. 69 votes, they claim, in Bucks County were wrongfully counted. And in their whopping complaint, what is their basis for the wrongful counting? They say there were not two envelopes surrounding the 69 votes. When people voted, there was only one. Again, that's going nowhere. And, you know, it's not just that these cases are going nowhere and that these are the strategies of a dead loser. It's also that this kind of whole litigation strategy is Soviet in nature. Throwing out people's votes on a technicality, and then they only want that rule book of votes to be thrown out to apply to those people, not to themselves. And it's outrageous, it's un-American, and most importantly, it's going nowhere. See you tomorrow.